And I'm pleased to be able to report that Australia has now passed the 95% vaccination rate for everybody 12 plus right across the country. This puts us right at the forefront of the highest global vaccination rates. And just to repeat, 95% of Australians 12 and over have had a first vaccination. Very significantly, over the course of today, we will also pass 1 million children between 5 and 11 years of age who've been vaccinated. And that of and in itself, with approximately 44% of children having had their first vaccination, is also one of the highest rates in the world. So I want to thank Australians for coming forwards and continuing to be vaccinated, continuing to be boosted. In particular, what we are seeing is a decrease in pressure on ICU. So in our intensive care units, we have had a significant reduction in the total number of people. We had a peak on the 19th of January of 424 people. We now have 315 people in intensive care on yesterday's figures, and that's a reduction of 109, or approximately 25%. So a quarter reduction in the number of people. And each case is obviously a matter of great concern for the families involved. But for the country as a whole, and for the system to have seen a peak on the 19th of January, which was significantly below many of the predictions in December, indeed below the not just the worst case, but below the best case predictions, and now to have dropped again well below that, I think is an important cause of hope for all Australians, because the critical thing has been maintaining the capacity of our system so as every person who needs to be treated can be treated. We have never seen in Australia the terrible and tragic circumstances that we've seen in other countries of people being unable to receive support for their COVID-19 treatment, their care, their ICU or ventilation needs. And what we have seen is the absolute peak in numbers, and yet our ICU system has held strong. Our hospitals have been tested, there's no doubt about that. But to see that reduction of 25% from the peak to now, I think is an important, heartening sign, both for the health system, for the health of individuals, and for the country as a whole.